everybody, and welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. Today we got some bad news. A big step back. So 2 steps forward, 1 huge step backwards, and talk about what is going on with this engine. Before we do, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, a like if you enjoy this type of content. Also make sure to check us out on Instagram, Tenza_Motorsports. This is an N55 B30 engine that I picked out of a junkyard. Engine, turbo, transmission for just under 500 bucks. And I found out why they were in the junkyard. Real quick, before I start showing you the damage, this should have made me a little bit nervous when I saw it. I noticed it, but it didn't like, I didn't make the connection in my head. I saw the X5 there and remember thinking, man, I don't see any damage to this, like had been in a wreck. The hood had a spot on it, and so I just thought it had gotten hit in the front end. And I remember looking at it going, well, geez, like not even like the frame, the subframe or the frame in the front was damaged or bent, which is normally what totals the vehicles. If it was like a $4,000 or $5,000 car, a fairly minor front end hit can total a car. BMWs get totaled fairly easily, especially if you take it to a shop that only deals in like OEM replacement parts. An E46, if you smack, not the M3, but like a 325 or something like that, if you smack the front end, you bust your headlight and your bumper or your hood and your headlight or something like that, it can total the car because they go and look up the headlight. The headlight's 500 bucks and the hood's $1,000. Well, you're 1,500 bucks, car's only worth 4. Now you start painting and replacing and you can get to 50, 60% of the car's value very quickly. Well, the X5 that was in the junkyard, I didn't see any like major damage, and I thought that was a little bit weird. I was like, man, I can't believe this totaled. Well, I found out why the vehicle's totaled. This engine is bad, and it's cylinder 5. I don't know what on earth they did. I don't know how you could do something like this to a vehicle that isn't a manual. It kind of looks like they did like a money shift or over rev the engine. My only other guess is that they were just rotting it and being really dumb with it, because I've heard that the N55 engines, as long as you're keeping up on your standard maintenance and you wait until they're up to temperature, they're fairly bulletproof. I mean, obviously no engine's going to be perfect, but as long as you do those 2 things, if you're going to play around, make sure that all your fluids are good and been changed regularly, and that you let the turbo and everything, the oil, all warm up and get up to temperature a little bit. But I still think, looking back on it now, seeing that X5 in the junkyard, even with a blown engine, I don't think that the engine would cause a $8,000 or $9,000 car on the lower end to be totaled. And if it was a $5,000 car, I could see something like this being a major issue. But where you can find these online for a couple grand, I just thought that was kind of weird too. So I don't know if there was like the engine blew up and the car had other damage on it, so maybe it was kind of like a twofer, or the car wasn't already in good condition. It was pretty ruined when I got to it. Just thought that was kind of weird, but I want to go through and show the damage and then give my thoughts at the end of the video, kind of get like a game plan in place and talk about where we're going to go from here. All right, so I actually noticed damage on the block when my wife and I were moving it from the engine hoist to the engine stand. As soon as I started to like kind of pull it over and try to get it onto the stand, I noticed that there was a hole right here in the block. So I'll pull this piece away, and that goes all the way through. Using our Kaiweets scope tool, I was able to poke in there and go, holy cow, I can actually see the crank, like the bare crank. So there was no piston connecting rod on the bottom of the crank. So yeah, that wasn't great. And then pulling the oil pan off, I was able to see all of these parts here. So as you can see, there's a lot of junk down inside here. So we've got the bolt here, and you can see that that's actually got quite a bit of a bend on it. Lots of other chunks of stuff, and I'll show you where all of this came from. There's the top of the connecting rod. Here's your wrist pin. Here is the cap. And then here is the connecting rod itself, or what's left of it anyways. So yeah, not good. Lots of chunks of stuff. My plan with this was an oil analysis, like just get whatever's down in here and see if I can't get an oil analysis and figure out what's going on. But after dropping the oil pan and seeing another large hole right there, I've come to the conclusion that this is no good. So this is what we saw from the bottom, and then let's see what we see from here. So you can see all this was destroyed, blown out, and if we can get our flashlight up in there, the majority of the damage is right there. Then there's some back up in there. You can see on the block itself, and you can actually see the bottom of the piston. I'll grab the Kaiweets scope camera here in just a moment to show you what's going on further inside there. This section here is actually a lower like engine block, and I didn't realize that this engine had this compared to like the M54s and stuff like that, which actually have individual caps for the crank. This has a block, and then this bottom section here has all the crank caps like built into it. This took the brunt of the damage. If I felt safe enough to re-weld this or get somebody to re-weld that, you could probably save the block, because there was some damage in the sleeve, and like I said, we'll see that in just a moment. There was some damage in the sleeve, but you could just re-sleeve that. And as long as this section here, as long as there's not like any ports or anything, I don't see any like ducts, coolant passages or anything like that inside where it was broken, you could probably save this block if you were willing to fix that hole there. But here's the thing is, I can get a block online for like $300 to $600, and I can get this bottom piece here for about $150 used. And I would obviously make sure that there's nothing like this, and make sure that there's no holes. Most people on eBay and stuff like that do a pretty good job of taking pictures. But I think, to me, that's worth buying this and being able to rebuild this out of the car. And I'm very much a fan of having an engine rebuilt, take the one out of the car, put this one back in the car within like a week or so. If I pull this apart and have it apart for a couple months, I will forget how it goes back together. I'm just that kind of person. I can record, take pictures, you name it, and I'll still forget how it goes back together. So I'd really rather have an engine built here and then ready to go in the car, with the exception of the oil pan. So I'll get this all put together. When we go to pull this engine, I'll pull the oil pan and then move it over. As long as the damage on this isn't in the oil pan, I don't know. I still have to diagnose that. Anyways, let's grab the scope camera. I'll show you kind of a little bit more what's going on inside there. And then I will talk about the silver lining about everything. And we'll wrap this video up with a word of caution of being careful in junkyards. And obviously everybody knows that. I just was getting a little bit too excited about what I had found. All right, bear with me. I'm going to be doing all this one-handed. So you can see there's some damage there on the crank. And let me see if I can get, what are we looking at here exactly? There's the bottom of this cylinder. So I'm actually upside down right now. And hold on, I think I can, there we go. So there's the cylinder there. I'll go inside here and we'll see if we can't roll this up. There's the bottom of the piston. So obviously not good. And then I want to show some of the damage down here below. So there's where most of those chunks of things came from. Yeah. The crank's got a couple spots that just like right there, it just kind of looks like it got chewed on a little bit. As long as this surface here isn't too bad, I think I could probably save the crank. We'll see. It's not what I wanted to report to everybody. I was really excited about getting a lot of this done, and again, it's definitely a major step backwards. So here's the silver lining about everything. $500. If I go onto eBay, the head's worth about $500. That turbo over there, which is in good condition from what I can see. Checked it, everything spins, no shaft play, nothing like that. That's about $300 to $500. And the transmission over here, just there on the floor, all day long. The transmission is worth $800 to $1,500. If I wanted to right now, if I wanted to just eject what I just purchased and start over with my engine search, I could take this head off and probably keep the head, scrap the block. I don't know how much that aluminum's worth, maybe 20 bucks. Post that on Marketplace for 300 bucks. Post the transmission on Marketplace for 500 bucks. And I could get out of it. I could easily get out of my $500 purchase by doing, 300 bucks there, $300 on the transmission. That transmission would sell basically instantly, and basically so would the turbo. I'm not necessarily behind. Like I said, I could sell those two and keep this, and then I'm technically ahead. But I think I need the turbo. I don't know if I need the transmission or not, so that's going to stick around. I can finish getting this prep to rebuild. I didn't see any damage in the valves. I did scope that, and so it looks like the top end is good. But I can replace the block, like I said, for about $300 to $500, and this lower piece for $150 to $200. So I think that's what I'm going to do. From here, I'll continue to tear this down. I don't think that I can save any of this, or I don't think it'd be worth it. I'm pretty sure if you take this to any machine shop, if they're willing to do it, probably will charge you more than $500 to fix something like that. And then again, I could just buy another block. So anyways, I know I'm talking a lot, but there's a lot of information to go over. So basically at this point, I bought a head, a turbo, and a transmission for 500 bucks, which I still think is good. It just could have been better. Thanks everybody so much for watching. To support the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment. I don't know. Oh, sorry about your N55. Hope that doesn't happen to me. That'd be great. Thanks. We'll see you in the next one.
Bam!